What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to give it to you straight. No BS, no fluff, just my real experience using Skillz as a monetization method in my games. So for those of you who have been following the channel, you know that I've made numerous videos regarding Skillz, and counter to what some of you might believe, no, they do not pay me to make those videos. Remember, I started this channel with the goal of transparency, so I only show you the stuff that has been working for me without the fluff and the BS. So I hope you guys appreciate that, that this channel is very objective. I'm not going to sit here and paint a completely different picture as to what I'm doing. I literally show you everything, and yeah, hope you guys appreciate that. So before I give my review, let me just start by telling you how I got into working with Skillz. So many moons ago, I was a brokey teaching English here in Warsaw, Poland. I had an idea of creating competitive games. So basically I used to play a quiz game called Quiz App, and in that game there were different leagues, and I was at the top of a league under the biology category. I think it was under animals, and I was really good at that. I mean, years and years of, as a kid watching Discovery Channel, I really brushed up on my knowledge. So
I like turtles.
yeah, needless to say, I was always in the top of that league, and I would get daily challenges from people around the world trying to knock me off that #1 spot. And like I said, I was kind of in a financial predicament at that time. I was not earning nearly enough money to even live. So I thought it would be amazing if there was a version where I could win cash by being at the top. So that kind of sparked this idea of creating competitive mobile games where players could compete based on their skill level against each other for real cash prizes. So what did I do? I did my due diligence. I contacted numerous agencies, and needless to say, the quotes I was getting was really, I mean, I could not even comprehend the numbers. That's why you see a lot of these skill-based gaming companies, Skillz included, raise a ton of money, millions of dollars, to be able to fund such an intricate operation. And yeah, there was no way at that stage I could raise funds, not even close. So I had to do the next best thing, kind of look for a turnkey option, and that's when I came across Skillz. So I came across their website, and literally everything in my mind that I wanted to feature in my games, they had available in the SDK. So basically it was like a plug and play, and it would turn your game into this multiplayer competitive experience where players can compete for real cash. So I found that appealing straight off the bat. I decided to give it a go. Those of you who know my previous videos on Skillz, there are a certain list of criteria that you have to meet in order for your game to meet the standards to enable cash tournaments. So yeah, I tried it, and obviously I wasn't really experienced enough, so I kind of put it on the back burner, my first Skillz project, and I found another competitor where they didn't have the same stringent requirements. This was Cashplay back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember them. Anyway, I tried a few games on there. However, after I got, I think, 2 games monetized with them, they kind of, I'm not sure what happened to the business, but they kind of just disappeared and never seen from again. So I decided to give Skillz another go, and this time I kind of built upon the experience that I had from previous games, and I created my first game called Can Strike. And this was a simple game with where you had to throw a ball and hit and knock down cans, and it turns out it actually started to perform really well. My game met all the criteria, and it got cash enabled. So I remember after, it was like 3 months or something, getting my first $1,000 paycheck from Skillz, and I knew, wow, I'm onto something here, and I have been making games for the platform ever since. So what has my experience been like working with Skillz and building games for their platform. Honestly, I'll sit here and I'll tell you straight up that it has been life-changing. When I look back at where I started, not knowing anything about game design, to now having a portfolio of games with over 2 million downloads, almost $600,000 in revenue, I can safely say that it's been life-changing, and I attribute a lot of that to using their monetization platform. I always wanted to go into making competitive mobile games. I knew that from the beginning. They just made it a lot easier for me to do that, to focus on actually just building the games, and they handle everything else from, like, if those of you who have released skill-based games, you know that players tend to find ways and loopholes to cheat, so they handle all that. They handle the payments, all the matching, the fairness, everything else they do, and obviously they will take a cut of the revenue. So as it stands, it's 50-50, but with their new revenue model, they've incentivized developers. The more you kind of grow your portfolio of games in terms of downloads, the better the revenue split. So that is a really great step in their direction. Especially that was one of the reservations I had with Skillz in the beginning, because I figured, like, if I was one day going to run big user acquisition campaigns and spend a lot of marketing dollars, why should I get the same cut? You know what I mean? So they have now incentivized developers with better revenue split models if you're running big campaigns. So that is great on their part. Another thing I enjoy about them is the support you get. So I'll take you back to when I had a game, one of my games, Real Money Word Search. It was doing really well organically on the traffic side of things, but I knew it wasn't performing well in terms of revenue. So I went with this to Skillz, and basically they allocated me a customer success team, and there was one of the members in that team, his name was John. John, if you're watching, a shout out to you. So he was a veteran in the game industry, and he worked for big companies. And he basically sat down with me and looked at my game and critiqued it, and gave me some advice of things to add, things to change, all these small little nuances that I would have no idea as kind of this beginner developer. So I really learned a lot from him, and when we did launch the latest version, overnight the revenue doubled, and that app is currently making 6 figures on its own, and a big part of that is because of the help I received on that game. So yeah, it's great because, you know, being a solo game dev, it can be dark sometimes. I mean, sometimes you hit certain ceilings and that you can't progress further, and it's nice to know that whatever you're facing, you can kind of turn. I know some people in Skillz are very supportive. They always trying to help me out, and it's nice to have that kind of support in your corner when things start feeling a bit dark, and believe me, those times happen. So it's good to have that. It's great that they built such a big community of players that are hungry for new Skillz games. So I don't make games only for myself. I've also helped other developers create Skillz games, and they have found also some success doing that. And that just shows you that there's a big community of players out there looking for new types of Skillz games, and as developers we can help create those games for that audience. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some things with Skillz that not everybody likes, including myself, but the most important thing is they are innovative, and they do keep investing in their platform. And as you can see, everything gets better every year. The user experience gets better. They come up with new ways to keep players retained. They're handling all that stuff on their end, which is great, and that filters down into your own success and your revenue. So that's a big ups to them also. I have heard some stories in the past where they've overpromised certain developers, and it's caused their expectations not to be met, but I've always gone into using their platform with the mindset that it's up to me to make it successful. They are just a tool, a really great tool that I can incorporate into my belt, but honestly it's this up here that's going to really drive that success. So yeah, don't rely and get your expectations, don't set them too high when using them. It's not a magic pill by any means, but it is a great tool to use as an indie developer. So I hope you guys find this review maybe inspiring. If you do want to build games for the Skillz platform, I will leave you with this advice. If you are a beginner and you're not too sure the ins and outs of making like good games, then I would not use the platform until you get some experience. Like I said, there are certain criteria that you have to meet, and this is a good thing because this just means that the kinds of games that they're going to promote on their platform are really high quality games that the audience will appreciate and enjoy, and obviously in turn you will get rewarded from that audience with revenue. So I think it's a good thing. So yeah, work on your abilities and your skills, try and get your games more polished, and then I would highly recommend the platform. I have been approached by many other founders of other monetization platforms using crypto or whatever, and I can honestly sit here and I can tell you again that I have not gotten results close to what I have with Skillz. That's why I use them. I mean, if something better came along one day, you know, I'm all about experimenting and trying new things. So yeah, but nothing has come close yet. So yeah, I do recommend them if you are serious about making building a game studio, and yeah, you're willing to put everything in. Remember, it's not a magic pill, but it definitely does help, and yeah, it's been very good to me. So I thought I would share that experience with you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, you know the drill, smash the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I appreciate each and every one of the comments you guys give me, and I always try and reply to them, so feel free to post your comments below, and I will see you on the next one. Stay safe and peace out.